Hello. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a line graph in After Effects using CSV data and expressions. Let's get into it. First, we start in Excel. I'm using this example dataset. I've narrowed it down to 5 columns for this tutorial for simplicity. If you want to skip data wrangling for now and just learn expressions, I've included template data in the description, and you can skip to this timestamp. Now, to create a line graph, your data needs to be reformatted. There are many ways to reformat datasets. Excel has some built-in tools. I recommend using ChatGPT for troubleshooting and coding. It won't be able to solve every problem you throw at it, but it's surprisingly helpful with coding. Next, you want to save your data as a CSV and open up After Effects. Now that we've opened After Effects, add a shape layer and rename it to line. Import your CSV file and add a null layer. Rename it to control and change the color for clarity.
Editing Lily here, don't forget to change to guide layer.
Then tick adjustment layer. Next, go into your effects control of your control layer. Add a slider control, then duplicate that slider so you have 3, and you're going to name them number of points, max Y value, and line index. Number of points refers to how many rows your data has. Max Y value sets how high your graph will be. So let's say if your highest number is 805, like my data set, I'd set the max Y value to a nice round 1000. And finally, the line index will tell your expression what column it needs to read. Now let's jump back into that line layer. In Contents, add a path and a stroke. You can edit how your line will look in the stroke layer, but for the sake of this tutorial, we'll leave it as default. Now we want to go into Path and Alt-click on the stopwatch. This will open your expressions. Here's some code I made earlier. Based on the tutorial I'm going to show on screen now, it'll be in the description. They break down really well what every bit of code means, and it was really helpful to learn, being someone who does not know a whole lot about coding and expressions. I did go rogue and edit this code to fit my needs, so it is slightly different. Also, being new to coding and expressions, I use ChatGPT. It's really helpful for troubleshooting code. I guess if you want to understand robots, you gotta go and talk to one. This table on screen briefly explains what each part of the code does. So for example, number of points, that very first line, it tells After Effects exactly what you're referring to, which is the effect named number of points in the control layer. Now you can see that all of these add up to the very last line, which is actually the command to make the line. If this is put in correctly, this should create your path.
Editing Lily again, to center the line, change the position to this.
You can change the line with the index slider to get the other lines in your data set. To get all of your lines at once, I copy all the layers, then pre-compose them, and then paste the layers back into the main composition, change that line index, pre-compose that, rinse and complete. Rinse and repeat. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. I have linked resources I used in the description. If you know any ways this method could be improved, feel free to let me know.